Amrish, JFS is one of the stocks that has been in the news. It was around 5%, hit the lower circuit yesterday, another 5% decline today. What's going on with JFS?
People were really expecting a big bang sort of listing for Jio because earlier we thought it should list at about 130 to 160 levels. But then in the month of July, we saw that the valuation came to about 261, which was the discovered price. So people were expecting it to, have a big bang sort of a listing, possibly go to levels of 290, 300. But I think what spoiled the party was the passive funds, which had to exit Jio Financial in the next 3 days because it would be going out of the indices, both the Nifty and Sensex, in the next 3 days. So there was a approximate selling of about 15 crore shares. I don't know how much has come into the markets, but that is the quantum of shares which are there with the funds, with these passive funds. So clearly, I think that is what has dampened the sentiments because of which I see possibly the stock could come down to levels of about 200, 210. I think at those levels, it could be worthwhile to buy for long term because we should remember that the AGM of Reliance is on 28th. And I'm sure, they would be discussing about Geo Financial's vision and the immediate prospects. So I think that is what will possibly, give it support. And we should remember that this stock, which has a market cap of about 1.4, 1.5 lakh crores, you really can't ignore that from the indices going ahead. So over the next possibly 8, 9 months, possibly the next 1 year, we should see it coming back to the indices.
Right. I wanted to ask you about Jio Financial Services, just to, in a sense that me and Kartik, we keep discussing the same thing. We don't know what is the product that's going to come from Jio Financial Services to hit the market. We don't know when this AMC's product, it could take anywhere between a year to 2 years before a Reliance, BlackRock, mutual fund or SIP hits the market. But the levels of interest, it's going to become a permanent feature in the stock market starting September 1st out of the trade for trade segment. How do you, please go ahead, sir. Explain this to us.
Yeah, because see, when you look at Geo Financial, you cannot be looking at the balance sheet and saying that this is what is like the EPS would be in FY25 or FY26, and based on that, I'm valuing it. That is, that surely will not be the way to value Geo Financial, at least in the foreseeable future. What people are looking at is what has Reliance Group done over the last 2 decades as far as their new initiatives are concerned. So first is the telecom, where they came in with a big bang and they disrupted the market and they become leaders. Look at what happened to retail. Again, the same story. They are by far the largest today. So it's expected that with the deep pockets which the group has and the sort of data and the reach which they have as far as India is concerned, Geo Financial clearly will be a disruptor in the BFSI space. And possibly what we saw Bajaj Finance doing in the last 10 years, I think Geo Finance will do much more in lesser time. Looking at the track record, and I think that's what people are betting on, and that's how people are valuing this
It's
stock.
already the second most valuable NBFC in the country on the day of listing, despite being down 5%. Suyash, you were going to ask something.
Yes, so I have a follow-up question on that. You said GFS could be a major disruptor in the BFSI segment. So what company's market share could it possibly end up eating?
Like the name which I took, Bajaj Finance, could be one which could lose because of Jio Financial, because today it is getting a premium sort of valuation. I think that premium will start coming down.
Oh, okay.